segment. You ready to get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, this is pretty much up until bowl season.
Big.
This is like the end of the season here.
This is where we separate the men from
the bowl. A lot of championships at stake. So you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So in the Big 12, not a championship game, but Oklahoma's going to Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State favored by 3.5.
I'm going with the Sooners.
You going with the Sooners on this one?
I think Sooners are kind of peaking at the right time.
Oklahoma State with that offense, the Sooners. Didn't they just lose to Baylor like a week ago?
Oklahoma State just, I don't know. I think they're
after they lost to Iowa State, you just wrote them off.
Well, they're kind of disappointed. I think they should be in the. I think they're going to view this as sort of a step down. So it's like they're not really motivated.
Shouldn't they be motivated to say like,
Why?
hey, if we blow them out, we got a chance to be in the national championship?
They're not going to the national championship because LSU and Alabama. I mean, Alabama's going to be there. So
people said that about Michigan.
Going?
I'm going with Oklahoma too. I think honestly, Oklahoma State's great and their offense is great. Their defense is suspect. So I got to go with Oklahoma on this. I just think I might as well take the 3.5 and go with Oklahoma. I think they're a more balanced team. They've had some injuries, but I don't think that's going to kill them in this game. So I'm gonna go with Oklahoma as well.
Okay, sounds good. Should be a good game.
Go right along with you.
Next game we have is SEC Championship, Georgia LSU.
This is right up your alley, right?
In Atlanta. In Atlanta. So who do you like in this? LSU's favored by 13.5.
Favored by 13 points. 13. That's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. This was a tough one for me because I could see this going one of two ways, or I could see this going two ways, right? Either LSU totally blows them out, or it's a close game, but LSU still wins. Because I just don't think Georgia's going to win it. So I'm going to go with I'm going to take Georgia plus the 13 points. LSU doesn't
beat everybody.
I know they have, but
now you're going to go against them in the SEC Championship.
I am. I just don't feel like their offense is that great and I think Georgia can kind of keep with them for a while. I think maybe they win by like 10. But 13's a lot of points.
I actually got Georgia too in this.
13's a lot.
Because I think Georgia has a good enough defense to not let LSU roll up a bunch of points. And LSU may win it, but I just still think it's going to be by 13.
Yeah.
I think Georgia's got a shot because I think Georgia's another team that's kind of peaking at the right time. They started out kind of slow, last a couple games. They've really come on.
They don't have a shot.
They have a shot. LSU? They've got a shot.
Didn't we already anoint LSU in the national championship?
Well, they're going to play for the national championship no matter what. If they lose, they're still going to play, right?
All right.
It's a whole different. You want to get back into that? We'll open that back up. I'm not.
We'll move on to the next pick.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah, what we got?
ACC championship. Virginia Tech playing Clemson again. This time, Virginia Tech is favored by 7.5 points, but I believe Clemson beat Virginia Tech at Virginia Tech.
Yeah, but I think they're two different teams. I think Clemson's defense is falling apart.
How odd is it though that they won 23-3. Clemson won 23-3 against Virginia Tech, and now Virginia Tech's favored by 7.5.
Well, because Clemson's defense in the last couple of weeks is just falling apart. The offense is pretty good, but they're just giving up all kinds of points. And I just think I'm going with Virginia Tech. They're the hot hand here.
Didn't Clemson just get Watkins back at receiver? Wasn't he?
Yeah, but the offense isn't. They can score points. They're losing
They're going to score more points.
They're losing 40-35. I mean. They can't stop anybody. The defense is weak.
So who are you taking?
I'm taking from Va-Tech.
I'm going with Clemson on this one.
I knew you would do that.
I'm going to take the 7.5 points. I mean, I don't think that Virginia Tech can outscore Clemson by 7.5 points.
Okay, we'll see it.
All right.
That's why they play the games, man.
Michigan State, Wisconsin, Big Ten Championship, Indianapolis.
It's a tough pick.
Wisconsin favored by 9.5. I do believe Michigan State beat Wisconsin.
They did, but it was that last second craziness. And Wisconsin looked really horrible in that game. I don't know. They looked really out of character.
They play different at home versus away. I mean, a lot of the Big Ten teams do, but
quarterback couldn't complete any passes.
It wasn't good. Your favorite boy, Kirk Cousins, though, is going to be quarterback at Michigan State, right?
I'm going Wisconsin here, and this is a tough pick. My gut tells me Wisconsin.
You're giving up the 9.5.
And Michigan State's got a good offense too. I mean, a good defense.
Yeah, no, they got a good defense.
I think Wisconsin kind of gets revenge. It kind of goes back to this like revenge game, right? It's hard to beat two teams. Beat them twice. Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you're the better team, you should, right?
Right.
No, I'm going to go with Wisconsin as well. I think that game earlier in the year was an aberration. I don't believe that Michigan State really hangs with Wisconsin, on a regular basis. I think 1 out of 10 times Michigan State wins the game. And that was their one time.
It was an aberration.
I just believe Wisconsin will win this, and I think they're going to win it big because I think they're going to care I just don't think Michigan State's that great a team, and I think Wisconsin will win big. So
Let's see. Next game we got UCLA, Oregon, Pac-12. Still sounds weird to say Pac-12. Pac-12 championship. Oregon at home giving 31.5 points. Who you got?
This is an interesting game. UCLA just got destroyed by USC. Neuheisel got fired.
He's fired the coach.
But
he's going to coach.
He's going to coach in the game, but he's fired. Which, you think there's going to be some emotion there. I mean, how much can you ride? No, I'm going with Oregon. Oregon all the way. Oregon's going to win by 40.
Who do you loot?
UCLA.
So now you reach under, pull up the one, and throw it down.
That's right. I learned a little bit. I'll watch on Saturday. UCLA, come on. Oregon's going to win this big. This is like,
I'm going
this
with
is barely a contest.
I'm going with Oregon, too, because I think UCLA, this is a mail-in game. I mean, Oregon just...
UCLA shouldn't even be in this game. I mean, we should have USC in the game. I mean, come on.
Well, that's the sanctions, but...
sanctions
anyway.
are stupid.
So let's go to the Sunday game.
You want to move to the big boys?
Yeah, let's move to the big boys.
All right. Game I would like to watch is the Kansas City Chiefs at the Chicago Bears with Caleb Haney. The Bears favored by 8 points. What do you think? Can the Bears get this thing rolling again?
Caleb Haney. He's a tour through 3 picks on Sunday.
He threw 3 picks in the first half.
Well,
so he probably got better.
That makes it better. That makes it better.
Better in the second half.
That makes it better. KC's horrible, but man, Chicago, the offense didn't really do a whole lot, didn't really impress me.
They moved the ball. Come on. One of the biggest things was that they moved the ball, but then they had the turnovers. I mean, he threw a pick on like the 9-yard line. The guy ran all the way back.
Right.
Touchdown-saving tackle.
I think the defense is going to do enough. I think they're going to shut KC.
You think Kyle Orton's going to get to play against his old team?
I don't think he wants to play against Peppers and all those guys.
I wouldn't either.
I think the Bears are going to do enough to get it done and cover the 8.
I'm going to take Kansas City on this one. I think it's going to be a close game. I mean, neither one of these teams has a...
You were talking about how great Haney was. He only threw 3 picks in the first half.
I know, exactly. I'm taking Kansas City plus points.
Okay, we'll see.
I think Chicago will win this, but I think it'll be about 3 points.
But without Castle, man, I don't know what Casey's offense is going to do, especially against the Bears defense. But anyway,
we'll see. They got a shot.
We'll see. 8 points is a lot of points. 8 points is a lot of points in the NFL. You're right. Next games we got is the New York Jets at the Washington Redskins.
They're right up your alley. Yeah. Jets favored by 3 points coming into
in Washington.
Well, I mean it's in Maryland, but yeah,
Washington area. Who do you like?
I'm gonna take the Jets. I'm gonna give the points. I have no faith in the Washington Redskins, and to be honest with you, you've seen over the last couple of years that the Jets, when it comes down to the point where they have to win, they'll win, and Sanchez will play better. I mean, he threw 4 touchdown passes last week. Thank you, because he's on my fantasy football team, even though I lost. But I got to go with the Jets on this one. The Washington Redskins, they got nothing going for them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going with the Jets also. I'm a little intrepid. I mean, I think Washington's defense is pretty good, so they could give Sanchez a hard time. But I think they're going to do enough on defense to get some turnovers from Rex, get some short fields, and Sanchez is going to score. So
yeah, I mean, Rex has got those little girl hands. He can't even hold on to the football. I mean, he
looked pretty good on Sunday.
Come on,
he's on my fantasy team. He scored 22 points.
Didn't he fumble and throw a couple of? I mean, he did score 22, but what's
not how you start?
He could have had 30 something. I mean,
it's not how you start. He
could have been up there with your Drew Brees who beat me. All right, I'm a little bitter.
This next game, I don't know why you chose it.
Yes, NFC South. This is a big game. Carolina Panthers going into Tampa. Tampa favored by 3. This game basically means nothing to anybody, right? I just thought it was interesting,
I don't know what Tampa shows up. Tampa's one of those teams you don't know who's gonna. It's like Jekyll and Hyde.
I kind of looked at this and I went, "Why is Tampa favored in this?"
So it's really a pick 'em game
because they're at home.
Right.
I guess
they're getting just enough to be at home. You get 3 points to be at home.
You know what? I've discounted Cam Newton about every game that we've picked with the Panthers, and
he's throwing on the downside. I mean,
I'm going with the Panthers on this. I think that he's going to get it done. Their
defense is. It's really not Cam's not the problem. Their defense is the problem.
Those Buccaneers don't have that much of an offense going.
Well, I'm going to go with the Buccaneers. I think they cover at home. I think they do enough to win the game. So we'll see.
Right. We'll see. This last one, the San Diego Chargers, who seem to be imploding, are going down to Jacksonville, where they fired their coach, sold the team, and basically you don't even know if they really exist anymore. San Diego's favored by 2.5. And what do you think on this
I think
one?
San Diego, despite themselves, are going to win this game. I mean, Jacksonville.
You think Rivers is finally going to figure out how to throw to the right?
Well, they
team?
fired the coach. I mean, it's I think they got a lot more weapons than Jacksonville has. Offense hasn't been good. Gabbert hasn't been that great.
Yeah.
So the quarterback for Jacksonville,
I don't really understand what's going on with San Diego and why they can't finish a game and actually win. I'm going to go with San Diego on this one just because there's nothing that makes me think that Jacksonville could possibly win this game. So,
right.
And they'd have to win it by, I just don't see how San Diego could not win by more than 3 points.
No, I agree with that.
I mean, they've got all the guys on their team. They got Phillip Rivers, who's been around long enough to know, how to not turn the ball over. Just win a game.
No, I agree.
Otherwise, next week Norv Turner's fired. I mean, I'm calling that one.
He's probably fired at the end of the year.
Well, I think so. But I mean, next week
if they lose this,
they're
going to win. They're going to win by more than 2.5. So,
all right. So I guess that does it for the pick'em. Keep checking out HodgeandPodgeSports.com. We got the results. You can see who's winning, who's losing. Let us know what you think.
All right. Thanks a lot.